Hello, so today I'm going to be talking about a PD session that I went to and attended and how I would make changes based on a technology background and some implementations that could be used to help adult learners and teachers in this aspect. So this session, the PD that I attended was focused on formative assessments for teachers based on district benchmark review scores. It was a collaboration between grade level teachers with their PLC partners, where they would come up with 3 different formative assessments to use within the upcoming weeks to kind of enhance their lessons within the classroom. This PD session that I particularly went to was focused on enhancing formative assessments. However, when it came to the collaboration part between both the teachers, whether they were in a PLC together or whether they were just team members, it was done via Flipbook. So Flipbook was kind of the sponsor for this event, which is a fantastic resource to use when you're wanting hands-on learning. However, in order for us to be able to collaborate effectively and leave the meeting with knowledge and information to go and reflect upon, I wanted to tailor this specific lesson, this specific session. So that way it wasn't just pen and paper, but something that teachers could reference back to and also collaborate with one another. So while this session was very reflective and it allowed teachers to kind of have active participation with one another, I would like to go forward and continue that step. I would use this session as a Padlet based discussion where I would have the same questions in the original PD that were asked for us to write down on the Flipbook, which was a dry erase marker, to a more of a Padlet version where it would have those same questions in a digital format. This is important because as a teacher, it is super imperative that you can collaborate with one of your peers, and there might be better ideas in different grade levels that you would like to use cross-curricular or even in the same content. So having this online format where you continue to go in and collaborate with one another, especially with teachers who you don't see every day, whether they're a different grade or whether they're a different content, I feel like this would be a more beneficial resource. It promotes digital learning and has teachers collaborating with one another online. Padlet, you post the questions in this specific style. Teachers would have a Canva version, so you can see the thought process of what the teacher is actually wanting to accomplish and how that formative assessment fits in with their lesson plans. And then you can have a PLC or another grade level teacher come in and comment or link it to their own content as well. This helps with reflective practices. It also was allowing teachers to actively participate with one another versus the groups to just be working with their PLCs. So this session that I went to, we were only working with our PLCs and discussing, but if it was on a digital session, I could have worked with a different content. Teachers could work with different grade levels and just kind of continuing that active participation and collaboration with one another. Some issues if you were to use the Padlet version, hardware, technology, software going out, if you're trying to use this as a live session versus it being an asynchronous type of PD session, and if you have Wi-Fi connectivity issues, this is an outside resource, so Padlet may not be accessible all the time. You may get Google blocking via your district, so that is something that could be a potential downside and down factor in the process for any future PD sessions. Overall, the session that the PD PLC type that I went to had very strong foundations to work with a PLC. I just think, especially in this day and age, having more of a collaborative online presence and having teachers utilize resources like Padlet would be very beneficial, considering that this is something easy and quick that they can use, and it can also be tailored into that type of formative assessments.